Worrying and grinding away, but also remembering lists in your head with everything you need to do, all of these use working memory capacity. Literally, you can observe this on brain scans. But good planning frees that capacity. Planning creates an overview, and with that comes more peace of mind and self-confidence. You can also reduce procrastination behavior and increase your concentration with a little bit of planning. The more available memory capacity you have, the more efficient your study behavior becomes. You'll feel better, and you'll have more time for sports, family, friends, or extra fun study projects. It's important to remember that planning is like a good jacket. If it doesn't fit well, you won't feel like using it. There are 4 steps to successful planning. Step 1, schedule your activities. Step 2, estimating and scheduling study material. Step 3, organize repetition time, reserve time, and practice exams. And step 4, perform and monitor. Let's start with step 1, schedule your activities. First, all the fun life stuff, sports, jobs, parties, friends, and hobbies. Then, a mandatory day of relaxation. Then the educational stuff, learning or working groups, project meetings, lectures, practicals, and internships. Now for step 2, estimate and schedule study material. Determine how many minutes you can or want to study per block. For each reading, how many pages do you think you can study per block? Calculate how many blocks you will need in total per book or material, and put all of that information together and schedule the study blocks logically. Step 3, organize repetition time, reserve time, and practice exams. If you don't repeat or apply the material, you will not get strong brain circuits. You'll need at least 2 hours of reserve time. This gives you room to adjust your schedule flexibly within the week itself. Schedule your practice exams both halfway to know if you're on the right track, and in the last days before the exam to check if you're ready. Finally, the day before the exam is for relaxation or repetition, so no new material. And finally, step 4, perform and monitor. Follow your schedule. Sounds easy enough, right? But if a certain component fails, make a short note of it on your schedule and look for patterns at the end of the week. For example, in time, is it always the Wednesdays, or maybe especially in the evenings? In subject, which field do you tend to push off? Or is it every time for a particular reason? Friends who come by? Tiredness? You just don't feel like it? Or you don't take the material too seriously? Adjusting a schedule based on self-knowledge and experience will lead to better schedules. And yes, it costs a lot of time in the beginning, but think of it as an investment. What do you gain in the end? You'll get an overview, the increasing ability to properly assess yourself in the material, and more available working memory capacity. This all adds up to you feeling that you're more in charge of your own schedule. And your investment has paid off. With the info and worksheet, you can read it calmly and comprehensively and get started with it yourself.